And there's lots to talk about in regards to the in-season tournament. Look, it's brought up a lot of attention early in the season. Like LeBron said, Silver's a genius. Teams are playing hard. We're tuning in. Look, we should be talking Week 14, and we're talking NBA.
I'm still talking Week 14. And you know what? You got to ask yourself.
What are you more excited about tonight? Some NBA or that weak-ass Thursday night game?
Do you really want to know the truth?
Yeah.
Even though it's the weakest-ass game, I still rather watch football.
You're out of your mind.
Crazy.
You're crazy.
I'm
crazy for this one, Rich.
Have you watched any of the knockout round for the in-season tournament?
I have.
Mama said knock you out.
They've been fun.
No, they've
been fun.
So Adam Silver does appear to be genius because we're tuned in. They're playing tough. And look, hey, there's no shame. Lesson one, because there's lots to speculate on the in-season tournament, right?
Okay,
they asked LeBron James.
Professor.
Well, they asked LeBron James about it, and he said something about Silver's a genius, but we play hard all the time. You know, the tournament hasn't brought us closer. We haven't been clicking as a result. We're just clicking because that's what we do. That was sort of the sentiment there. But look, man, I'm tuned in, and anytime you could compliment the guy who runs situations, call him a genius. That's my new LeBron move. So, number one, anytime anyone asks me about the management here at Fox Sports Radio.
Oh, Covino, what do you think about Scott Shapiro?
Genius.
Genius.
How could, you know what I mean? Like, LeBron dropped that, and I made a little mental note.
Yeah.
Ask me about Don Martin.
How's Don Martin?
Genius.
Wow.
Genius. Oh, does he help you bring it? Like, no, I always bring it, but he's a genius.
Genius.
So,
well, listen, LeBron calls Silver a genius, but there's so many layers to this, and I want to unpeel this like an onion, like a nice onion booty. Now, do you assess this as a success simply based on the fact that we're caring about NBA basketball at the end of November, beginning of December? Because truthfully, it's sort of off my usual radar. The fact that we're talking about it.
Well, remember, there's extra added incentive, so we're seeing a little extra heart earlier than we normally would. At least that's how I'm receiving it. And Danny G, you'd be a good person to ask too. I mean, have you seen this sort of intensity this soon in the season? Or
no.
you're not feeling it?
Well, look, the Lakers struggled early on last season. This season, it did seem like LeBron and Reeves and everybody had to come together for one common goal on Tuesdays and Fridays. Right. And so, yeah, it did put a little bit of a fire underneath of them early on here.
And keep this in mind too, though, right? This is also to try something new and win over younger fans as well. So younger fans of the NBA are going to have a whole different perception than you and I and Danny G, who's, again, you're being dad, right? You got all these other things going on. Young kids live for this. So what do you think that when they're balling at the gym or at the what do you think they're talking about?
Just remember.
You know, they're talking. Dude, I was in the sauna yesterday listening to all these young dudes and their slides.
I was in the sauna.
I was at the gym.
You know the weird part about Covino? Covino's in the sauna, eavesdropping on kids' NBA conversations, but Covino wears full clothing in the sauna.
I mean,
I'm there to sweat.
What are you supposed to do?
Take your shirt off.
At my,
Well, I mean,
At least that's what he uses his Costco clothes for.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No. But what I am noticing is the younger dudes with the floppy hair in the front and their slides, and you know they're in it.
Yeah.
They like it, and it's more about trying something new and winning over new fans, getting people excited. The old people are stuck in their ways for the most part, and it's going to take guys like you and me and Danny G a minute because we're going to speculate and say, well, what does it mean?
We're in the middle of this, right? Because you got the floppy-headed kids with the slides and the sauna with Covino who are like 20-ish.
We're the future of the fans.
Yeah, in-season tournament, awesome. And then I'm flipping through my radio on the way over here, and I hear Mad Dog Russo, who's the complete opposite. I remember watching with Bob Cousy, and we watched Wilt, and we watched Kareem, and I tell you, this in-season tournament's nothing. And I'm like, of course, because he's like 90.
Dude, when you see Coca-Cola commercials, when you see Budweiser commercials, who are they advertising toward?
The specific demographic.
The next generation. Yeah. So this is for the younger guys. It's not for Mad Dog Russo to care about. It's for us to either embrace or not. That's really it.
No, the young kids tonight have a prop play going on the Steelers on Kenny Pickett passing yards going. That's what this is about. The Steelers need to be in this AFC wildcard play picture.
I think
Covino, you and I were texting back and forth last week when the Lakers were in that knockout game with the Suns.
Yep.
in December, early December, we would have not have been texting back and forth about a Lakers-Suns game.
Oh, no.
It was a great game. Tuesday's game, it was a great game.
And it was a really good game. I was so glad you hit me up about that game. I was like, oh, yeah. Now, again,
and by the way, in Perfect, just to play stat boy, it's Trubisky tonight, so it's even a worse prop bet.
Oh, that's... Yep. I forgot Pickett was out. Oh, man.
It's even a worse prop bet.
Trubisky is the cockroach. You can't get rid of him. He just keeps showing up in the league again and again and again.
So Fox Sports Radio Nation, I guess first question, or first lesson was always refer to your boss as a genius. Just get on their good side. Can't hurt, right? Genius. How do you feel? Are you leaning towards Thursday Night Football or in-season tournament, which starts in just a few minutes, the semifinals? And what are your thoughts on, this is the meat of the question, I think, Rich.
I have one more layer, though, before you get to the meat.
Okay.
Just like the lettuce or the
the
tomato slice.
Put the crunch in there.
Yeah, I'll put a little crunch in there.
Is this a pickle? Because I hate the pickle.
I'll take.
Oh, I hate
Well,
pickles.
I was just about to say I'll take your pickle, but I will not.
I'll take your pickle, but I won't take the pickle.
Phrasing.
Wow.
Ratings wise, I know that's not everything. I get it. Ratings aren't everything, but
The show in our rating.
you look at Monday night and you had the Bengals without Joe Burrow against the Jags.
Great game, though.
16 plus million viewers,
Really
and the
good game.
NBA game on TNT, which was a tournament game, the one a couple days ago, 1 million. So it's still
Okay,
like,
hold on.
Wait, is that the in-season?
The in-season tournament,
without
yeah.
the knockout? Like, still just group play?
It was earlier this week, so whatever that.
So it's probably group play, which everybody was so confused about.
Yeah.
Group
Yeah, we're
play
still
was
learning.
awful.
Yeah, we're
All these
still
games
learning.
still count just for regular season games too. Like
Right.
I know they
Except
want
for
to
the
do
final, right? Except for the
for the
final.
final. I know they want to do like the soccer model, but
It doesn't work.
it doesn't like soccer
No.
soccer tournament stuff. Those are completely separated like this. These are basically glorified regular season games with just a. I wish
court.
there was like a playoff implication to this. I wish
I
there was a
agree.
playoff implication.
There's
Something
money.
at stake.
There's financial
Yeah,
implications.
$500,000.
I'm throwing a pickle into the
each
sandwich
person.
before I get to the meat too, because to bring more fun and added attention to the in-season tournament, when we talked about it, the crossover starts tonight, meaning two worlds collide, rival nations. This is what it's like when worlds collide.
You got,
Dude, ESPN TNT.
you got Stephen A. hanging with Shannon.
not fun?
I'm sorry, with Shaq and
Kenny.
Hey, what's going on, Wilbon? Hey, Wilbon, what's going on? Hey, what's up, Stephen A? Hey, Stephen A. Hey. So you got that.
The fact of the matter is this, Shaq.
I am not. I did not want those worlds to collide. I did
Well,
not need
I think
that.
that's fun. I really do. I think that's fun. It's going to be fun to see. It's just an added fun element. But here's the question of all questions. There's articles being written about it and everything. Like I said, if you're an old school person, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. It's hard to get people to, adjust to the new iPhone settings. You know what I mean? Anytime your iPhone gets an update, you hate it. We don't like change just by nature. Younger people roll with it. They're like, all right, cool, whatever. But as we learn together, what's the celebration all about?
That is a great question.
And that's what, again, people are writing about it. We're speculating. It's like, all
We
right.
were texting about it this morning.
Yeah, the Lakers, let's say the Lakers win. Okay? Let's put some good vibes out there for Danny G's Lakers. It'll get us pumped about the Lakers, Rich.
Oh, yeah.
We're out here in Los Angeles. Let's say they win it. Not only from the fans' perspective, but from the team's perspective. Like, what is too much celebration for an in-season tournament? It's not the NBA Finals.
I think it depends. Like for the Lakers, they're not going to put a banner up, right? But hypothetically,
I mean, maybe
let's
you do
say-
put a banner up,
but
a
maybe you
smaller
do.
one.
But if it's like maybe the Pelicans who win this, like for them, it's
it
going to
means
have
more.
more. It's going to matter more.
That's a good one. And again, another layer.
That's why your Clippers needed to get into
No,
this.
it's actually a good thing because then I wasn't going to hear the end
But
of it
doesn't
of a
this
banner
just
going up.
reinforce how lame it all is? Is that we have set a bar where it's like certain teams will celebrate this, for others it's just a flat embarrassment.
I don't think it's that it's a bar. It's just that the Lakers have had such success.
Yeah.
That for them, this is just, it's not that it's a bar. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But I think, and Rich has said this multiple times throughout the past few weeks, LeBron is secretly on a mission to be the first because it adds to the resume.
Of
Well,
course.
the
The
league
legacy.
needs him to sell it. They need him to sell it. They need him to play this kayfabe and play very hard, because otherwise, if he shows he's not interested, then no one else is going to be interested.
Yeah,
They
you're right.
need
It's like
buy-in.
taking if LeBron takes the lead and shows the world like this is important,
This
I'm
means
in it.
something, yeah.
Then you're right. People are going to follow the lead, and when it comes to celebrations, it reminds me of baseball, right? Because there are teams, and it backs up Monsi's point about what the team's history is. I would always think it was a little arrogant when the Yankees would clinch a playoff spot and they would just high five because their mindset was, it's only step one.
Part of the process, yeah.
Listen, and there's teams that have their first playoff berth in a decade. They're popping the champagne for a wild card,
Yeah.
So I do wonder if a team wins the in-season, is the celebration confetti and champagne and all this craziness, or is it sort of
no parades? No way.
No parade.
No parades.
But
Going to be some big fat stakes though, because $500,000 in prize money for each player.
For each player.
Who wins?
And
I'll
the
tell you,
coach.
some lucky strippers, I'll tell you that, because it's in Vegas, right?
Yeah, it is. They're in Vegas right now.
Dollar bills.
Dollar
That's a start.
bills, y'all.
I'd
Listen,
spend that on cutlets.
Okay,
let me-
Tommy DeVito.
Let me tell you, you give every NBA player that wins this tournament $500,000 in Vegas.
They're not taking it with them.
Someone's
It's
getting
staying
arrested.
in Vegas.
Someone's getting arrested.
But still, that's a lot of money
Yeah.
for these young cats.
200,000 for each player who loses the
You
championship
can go
game.
see you
Put
two
it
at
all
the
on
Sphere.
black.
Yeah, all of this money is going to the Bellagio.
I don't think they're going to see Terry Fader do ventriloquist work.
Well, let's pose this question. These are all the elements. We've seen the
Cirque
ugly
show.
courts. We've seen the other side story where the Lakers can't wear their black jerseys because it conflicts with the Vegas courts.
So stupid.
Which is kind of whack because I like those black Lakers jerseys that they're rocking. That's another side story for Danny G's Lakers. But
LeBron needed to say genius except for who
Except
he
for that.
picked to design these courts.
what are your
Genius.
thoughts on the celebration, not only from the fans? Like, do the fans get automatic bragging rights? It's not the NBA Finals. Are you celebrating the fact that they won money? Is it okay to see these players celebrating, popping champagne, acting like it's a big deal? I think they have to if they really want to sell this. I think the league says to them, look, this is a big deal. You're playing for a lot of money. Don't hold back because we're trying to market this.
Everything you're saying is making a hell of a lot of sense to me. And that's usually you and I don't see eye to eye on everything.
Oh, we're all learning together.
But I think it's okay that we all have these fun questions together because this is the first time around. Our silly questions of like, how are they going to celebrate?
It's fun.
Does it really matter? Like, is a fan, Monsi, I never even thought of what Monsi said. Is it banner worthy? Is it like, let's say Indiana wins in their arena. Is it going to be like 2023 in-season champs?
Does the winning team wear a little patch on their
yeah,
jersey for the
that's
rest of the
That's
season?
good.
I think they should.
With
Do
the
they
cup?
get to put it on
With the
their
cup
court
on it?
the rest of the season?
If we're going on a
Are the
soccer
rings?
model, do we just start stitching stars above the logo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then what
That's
about
kinda
this?
cool.
I
What about
like
this?
that.
Is there fan merch like in-season champs?
Oh,
every time a
goodness.
team wins a
What, you have to
championship,
believe that there's
Oh,
going to be
you'd
that.
have to be a loser to buy that
I
shirt.
don't know, bro. Look, ready? Hold on.
I'm gonna buy one.
Think on the
No.
lowest of
Here,
levels.
I'll buy
Look, it matters in soccer.
In-season
Like,
tournament winner, bro.
yeah, but per reference soccer, those things matter. Like, even if you played sports on any level, those tournaments were some of the most competitive things you were ever a part of. And we're talking about a tournament in the NBA. Why should they not put in or stress importance on this? And I don't know if they've announced this already, so my apologies. But like, what sort of do they get a medal? Do they get a trophy?
Are there bragging rights though when there's no precedent that's been set?
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah, 'cause you're the
foundation
first.
has to be
Yeah.
laid
You're the
first.
There is
man.
a trophy, by the way.
There,
You do get
those
a
soccer
trophy.
Yeah,
tournaments
it's a
have
cup.
Those soccer tournaments literally have hundreds of years of history, like the FA Cup.
Gotta
Like,
start
you
somewhere.
Gotta start
Gotta start
somewhere.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
cool.
texted you guys a picture of the trophy.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
okay.
trophy.
I saw that. No, I didn't
Oh,
know
I
what the
thought
hell
that was
it
a,
was.
I thought that was like a holiday cup you had at your house.
Can I get
I thought that was your
chalice.
are they gonna have a commemorative VHS of highlights
yes.
of the in-season tournament?
Specifically a
Rewind.
VHS.
How
I
dare
need
you?
a
Those
VHS.
are my dad's ashes.
I swear to God, Danny G, this is it right here, and I really
Yep.
didn't know that that's what they were necessarily playing for. It's kind of cool. It does look like some sort of holy grail of sorts.
So that Indiana Jones are trying to steal back.
A goblet of fire.
NBA in-season tournament champions trophy. So your thoughts? I mean, I think we speculated on from everything. Look at the court today. That's the Vegas court, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the court, the uniforms with the
Right.
Lakers, the prizes.
Looks like the blur
celebration.
effect when you use live collage on your phone.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the court.
I'll say this. Everything in life evolves in some capacity. We see it in sports, rule changes, extra wild cards in football and baseball, pitch clocks. there's rule changes and things that make the game evolve. You can't hate evolution. That makes you an old guy. Hey, I hate it. I don't get it. You don't want to be the old guy that doesn't get it.
No, I think
You got to keep an open mind. But
younger generations are really going to lean into this. They're going to embrace it, and we're going to be the old guys if we don't.
well, look at it this way. There are things that we grew up with that seem normal to us. Like the same way, like I got 2 little kids. My 2 little kids are going to grow up in a world where there's always been an in-season tournament. When we were growing up,
or interleague play.
yeah, it's like for me, I can't believe thinking back. Like I grew up in a world where there was no interleague play, there were no wild cards in baseball,
There was no DH.
there was no DH in the National League. There are things that drastically change, and you adjust and you get used to it. But I do love all the questions we're posing here, and I'd love your thoughts at 877-99 on Fox. I love Monsi's question of
The banner.
Is it a banner?
I love the patch,
I think it
too.
depends.
Is there
yeah.
is there confetti? No parade, but is there
celebration?
is there like
And on
champagne?
the court. Is it on the court? Like in-season champions.
Yeah.
Tournament champions. I think those are all bragging rights that give the fan a sense of pride.
Yes.
I really do.
Even something as simple as look up a player on Wikipedia, right? Let's say you're doing a little research. If let's say you looked up Shaq on Wikipedia, it would be like played for the Lakers this year, played for the Magic, and the accolades are we going to have listed under a player's like Wikipedia accolades or NBA.com like and 2-time in-season champion? Is that like part of the accolades?
Yeah, you
You
would
want-
think.
you know-
You would think it's going to be part of their resume.
How many does LeBron have now? He has 1 with Cleveland, 2 with how many with Miami? What does he have? 4? 4?
4.
So is it if he wins? Is it LeBron, 4-time champion, 20-time All-Star, and 1-time in-season champion?
Yeah, for him, especially if it's the first one, he's gonna want that. He's gonna want that
he
under
wants
there.
it. He wants it.
Yeah,
Of course he does.
And Laker fans want it. If they win, Danny G is gonna tell me about it every day, and he's gonna ask me where the Clippers.
I'm
going
going to design the patch for their jerseys. I'm telling you, they're already wearing sellout Temu patches and sponsors on their jersey. Why not put a little patch of that trophy on there?
I agree. I'm with it.
You know what? Hey, I enjoyed this little roundtable, guys. I really feel like we're getting somewhere, Covino.
And we're watching right now. Pacers losing. Actually, Milwaukee up 12-10 as we speak.
Yeah, way early.
It's got his signature sort of vibe to it. Like it looks different. They're
As-
marketing it different. I like it, man.
As Giannis is at the free throw line, did you see he looked confused when they said money? Did you see that clip where
Yes.
they're like,
He's like,
and
"We're getting money?"
And he's like, we're getting money? And then he seems surprised. He goes, well, rich get richer.
Yes. Oh, so good.
So, hey, listen.
We laid it out. Fox Sports Radio Nation, how do you feel about it? And I look at it this way. If you're shunning it, then you're leaning toward the old perspective, the old guy sort of way of thinking, and you got to be open to new things. If
you're
it doesn't
right.
work, it doesn't work. But right now, I'm buying into it.
And you're right. The more I'm thinking about it, I'd be a dope to watch the Patriots Steelers over the Lakers.
Okay, that's why we talk
Pelicans.
things out.
That's what
Nah,
we're talking
put me
about.
down as one of those dopes.
You know,
Fine, Professor.
I do want to see. On a side note, I want to see how low scoring this game could be tonight
Sure.
in the NFL. The over/under is 30, and
Unders keep hitting this season.
yeah,
Like
it's gonna be
unders are
under.
hitting at an astronomical clip.
Perfect. The over/under is 30 and 30.5 in some places. The last 4 games for the Patriots, they scored 17, 6, 0, and 6.
Right.
And the Steelers are not putting up points either. So there's like
I'm on the under tonight.
every analyst, betting expert, everyone's like, yo, this game's gonna be like 10-6. It's gonna be like tops, like
Yeah.
17-7. Like no one's scoring 20 tonight.
No.
I promise you.